Here you're looking at one of the most effective, well, actually the cheapest hypothermia gear, cold weather gear, you might want to call it. Actually, it's just a ordinary Ziploc bag, right? And in this Ziploc bag, I have a trash bag. Now, you can get bigger ones, smaller ones, and all this crap. This is a pretty thin one, so it's big, right? It's big. And trust me on this deal, because I know from when I was out and doing stuff, and also even on these crazy bicycle rides I used to go like 120 to 150 miles, up to 150 miles, I get caught out in the weather. And here I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and what I used to put in the tiny little saddlebag was this. Now you can get specialized gear that, raincoats and crap, but this thing actually, it folds out like that. You put that on and you just, maybe you tie it off on the bottom, you poke a hole in the top for your head, and you poke a hole for your arms on the side. You could just rip it. Believe me, your body heat will stay in there a lot better. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, yeah, because it'll retain the water, but you know what it is? The wind. The freaking wind. Even if you're wet, if you stop that damn wind, I know you can say a plastic bag will make it perspire, but you're probably going to already be wet. Nothing you can do about it. And if you're wet and the wind is blowing, sucking out all that heat from you, you might not freeze to death, but you could be in 58, 60 degree weather and get hypothermia pretty damn bad, pretty quick. Especially if you're not out in the sun and if it's dark out or whatever. But I found, and what happens too, every time there's a thunderstorm, the temperature changes radically. Like, in other words, it could be, it could be like 72 degrees out, and all of a sudden there's this big thunderstorm coming in, because the way thunderstorms work is you got cold air hitting warm air, and that's what really makes the precipitation happen in the thunder hit clouds, and the temperature could just drop in 20 degrees like inside of an hour. I mean, really quick. And all of a sudden you didn't expect this to happen. I always have this on me when I go someplace or whatever the hell it is. You can shove this in your pocket like nothing. This is a thin one. I mean, yeah, you can get thicker ones, and you can get the specialized gear. You can get the survival blanket and all this other bullshit. But a lot of times, this costs basically nothing. It really costs pennies, because it's just a thin 32-gallon trash bag. That's all it is. And the fact that you even have this, a lot of times people got cell phones with them. And if you get it wet, you get it immersed, you're screwed up. You can put your cell phone inside of this thing, still work it, right? And it'll stay dry, even if it's pouring out rain, which is important. Or your GPS, or whatever the hell else you got, or your fire starting kit. So one of the best things you can do, and like I said, I know I've done this many times. I know you're supposed to take the poncho. The poncho is bigger than this. Sometimes I took, back when I was slimmer, I used to take the ordinary trash bags that you get, the little bags you get in supermarkets and Walmart. They're pretty small. And I ripped out the bottom of them, and my body would fit in there. And the two handles, that was like the two handles would be like the shoulder straps. And my arms would go through, and my head would go through there. Now I can't fit in there now, but that's how slim I was before, and I was using those all the time too. They saved my ass, man. It was like, because as long as you can keep usually you can keep enough energy going and exertion going to keep your heat inside when you got this on. And this stops all the damn wind. The wind is just sucking out your heat out of your body. I'm not talking about, it doesn't have to be anywhere near freezing to screw you up. And you also lose a lot of energy that could be going to your muscles. In other words, your muscles are what's getting you back, like your legs, is getting you back to your destination. where you came from, right? Where you need to go. If your body is fighting off the cold, you're using that many more calories to fight off the cold, and you're getting tired a lot quicker because your body's exerting a lot of energy just to fight off the cold. You want your body exerting energy to make you travel or work or do whatever you need to do, not just fight off the cold. You don't need that kind of energy expenditure. And this thing will keep a lot of heat in, believe me. It's not a perfect freaking solution, but the thing is, it's dirt cheap, and it's just a freaking pot. I mean, I think there's like 30-something bags in here for like $5. So, whatever that is, you know, they're dirt cheap, man. They're dirt cheap. Pennies, you know, less than a quarter each. So, that's all you need. Don't have to be thick. It just has to be, you know, as long as it's plastic, it's going to stop all the wind. Yeah, of course you're going to retain it in the water inside of it, but it's still a shitload a lot warmer than having the wind suck out that body heat. And this plastic bag also, like I said, can house some I don't know, it could put your fire starter garbage in here, your freaking your cell phone, your cotton soaked in Vaseline for starting a fire or whatever. I mean, you're probably not going to be doing that, but say you need that, maybe it's necessary. Maybe you know, like, I only got to go 10 miles to get back to someplace. I'm not going to bullshit around freaking starting a fire. I just know I know where to go. I know where the trail is, and you just got to get back. Well, that 10 miles could be freaking a major problem. Maybe it's going to take you 2.5 hours under normal circumstances, but maybe it'll take 3 hours if it's a little wet out there. But if you start losing your heat really, really, really fast, you're going to get screwed up. And then you might even get disorientated, make a mistake. So this is basically the 25-cent thing. Just a freaking trash bag. You don't need nothing special. It's not a thick one. It's not one of those super heavy-duty construction trash bags or nothing like that. And yeah, you could take a survival blanket, but survival blankets usually cost you, a few bucks, and everybody forgets to take them. Everybody's got trash bags at home. You might not. This is something you can keep in your car, your Jeep, your truck, whatever the hell it is. Or if you're like on a bicycle trip, motorcycle especially, because you're not exerting anything. I keep a rain suit in a freaking motorcycle in a saddlebag. But if I didn't keep a rain suit, this thing would be in there. I keep the rain suit enough for rain for freaking weather protection from the cold, because it stops all the wind. This stops all the wind. That's what screws you up. It's a simple ass tip. Can't emphasize how important it is, but it's so dirt cheap. You can take, it's like, where the hell's my survival freaking blanket? Where's my freaking specialized survival rain jacket, compact? I don't know. Well, just take this. Everybody's got with this crap at home, and don't have to be any special size, as long as you get over your body, your upper half of your body, or whatever the hell it is. That makes a big, huge difference, and it can make the difference between you being screwed up and dead or something, and being like a walk in a park. It could be that much different. I remember this many times over when I was out. I'd go on a mountain bike on these trails, and I'd be out in BFE someplace. Yeah, I know it sounds like a bicycle, but it was like I was out someplace, and the rain started coming down, and I was like far out. I was like 50 miles out. I knew I had to go 50 miles in, but it took longer to get back, and this happened several times. But I had this with me. As soon as I put that on, it was like, as long as I was keeping up the pace, it was like holding in all the heat, and I felt fine. You can even get something like this to tie and put on your head, which makes a big difference too. You could get a small one, put it in here, wrap it around your head like a kerchief. Believe me, huge difference. And it's not specialized survival gear that costs all this kind of money. It's actually literally pennies. But they don't advertise this. You know why? Because that's not something they'd be selling. You see, they got to sell you survival bullshit, right? I mean, it's not all bullshit, but they got to sell you something they can make money on. They're not going to make money off of freaking trash bags you get from your, like even that stuff that Walmart gives you in a freaking, I don't know, supermarkets. You know, when you get out there, those trash bags will make a perfect kerchief. You can make something out of that easy. They don't cost you nothing. Everybody's got loads of them. Put one of those in here with the larger one. You got head protection and you got full upper body protection, even past your upper body, because this goes like a long coat. Works great, man, and don't cost you nothing really. So that's just my quick tip here, and it don't matter if it's 65 degrees or even if it's below zero. If you put this over your body and you got really good cold weather gear on, and this is loose enough, that can work as a great windbreaker. It gives you an extra layer with a pocket of air between you and a parka and your field jacket and your woolly pulley and your whatever, your thermal underwear and all that other crap. That this can give you another windbreaker too. And there's no weight to it. This is literally, it's not an ounce. It's literally somewhere like a quarter ounce or grams or something. It's just nothing to it. You're not going to feel this carrying this, and you can make this really, really small. You just take the air out of it. You know, it's nothing. You could fit this in a small pocket and you wouldn't even know it's there. So it's perfect.